Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us here. I am very excited to be here today alongside our Commissioner, Kristen McCosh, for the Commission for Persons with Disabilities in the City of Boston, our Director of Public Facilities, Carrie Griffin, Evan George, the Grant Compliance Officer for the Massachusetts Office on Disabilities, and so many amazing city staff and leaders and community members. I want to give just greetings on behalf of city councilors and City Council President Flynn, who had wanted to be here but couldn't make it. We are also here because of the work over many weeks of our Chief of Equity and Inclusion, Maria Angelis Solis-Cervera, our Chief of Operations, Dion Irish, Sam Lovison, who is the Senior Deputy Commissioner of Property Management, and I also know Commissioner Emily Shea from our Age Strong Commission and Mary Mann McCauley, Executive Director of the Office of Disability, weren't able to make it, but want to thank them for their leadership in ensuring residents have access to spaces and services across our city and across our Commonwealth. So thank you, first of all, to the Massachusetts Office on Disability for the municipal ADA grant funding to get this lift across the finish line. We are grateful to celebrate this and to tie this into our efforts for ADA Day. 33 years ago, the Americans with Disabilities Act was signed into law, marking a commitment to make our country a more accessible place for all. Last week, we celebrated that commitment on our fully accessible City Hall Plaza with the biggest turnout that we've ever had. We had the chance to hear from many of our residents about how changes that have been made in spaces across the city have meant changes in people's lives and the ability to move freely, to make all of the parts of our daily tasks and lives and happiness all connect. But we also heard many stories about how frustrating it is to go all the way down a sidewalk only to find that there's no curb cut at the end of it and then have to go all the way back, and about all of these other types of work that we still have to do. So today is an example of one more piece of critical work right here in City Hall. The lift that used to be here in the space was old, rickety, and didn't have handrails, unless you had a seated mobility device with the ability to lock your wheels into place. This lift wasn't safe for use. And even then, users had to try to find someone from property management in order to operate the lift and actually use it. The new lift here tackles all of these issues, safer, more inclusive, and can be operated independently. So whether you're a first-time visitor joining us here in City Hall for an event, or a long-time City Hall staff member looking for a space to enjoy lunch or just relax, we hope that you will join us up here in this fully accessible space. I want to thank again everyone who had a hand in making sure that this happened, Eamon and all of our team members and everyone in the various offices who take on projects like this in our city's buildings and out in our community every single day. So now I get the chance to introduce Commissioner Kristen McCosh to say a few words as well.
Thank you, Mayor Wu. I am thrilled to be here today. I have to say that this is definitely my happiest day as a staff member in City Hall. This lift has been a long time coming. I've been advocating for it for almost 10 years. So with a lot of hard work, following up on what the mayor said, thanking the Chief of Operations, Dion Irish, Director of Public Facilities, Carrie Griffin, and Commissioner of Public Works, Eamon Shelton, we really are thrilled to be here today to officially open the lift. This lift will open up access for a lot of people with disabilities, not only people in wheelchairs, but older adults, people with children who can't access the stairs. The old lift, as the mayor mentioned, was not really accessible for people except those in wheelchairs because there was no place to hold on. You couldn't really stand up and use the lift. So this is an exciting day, and I'm really thrilled to be here to welcome everybody. Also, our partnership with the Mass Office on Disability, funding for this lift has been critical, so we're really appreciative of that. And I'm thrilled to be the one to take the first ride on the lift to officially open it. So with that, I want to hand it over to our Director of Public Facilities to say a few words about our partnership, Carrie Griffin.
Thank you, Commissioner. Excuse me, and thank you, Mayor Wu. This is awesome. We do the mayor's capital. Public Facilities does the mayor's capital plan for all construction in the city, all vertical construction. But these small projects have a big impact. Imagine that some people have never been up to this floor because there was never access. Like, that's not right. So I'm thrilled. This is a great project. Commissioner McCosh came to us back in March of last year and said, we're going to get a grant, and she's been fighting and advocating with her team, Patricia, Andrea, everyone, and saying we need this lift. Can you help us out? Sure, we can. So my great team from Public Facilities, Dana, Greg, got together with another great team that has been building the elevators in this building. From Northern Contracting and Delta Elevators, and we said, how can we get this done? And how can we get this done? Because it matters, and it's important to the building. So I'm really thrilled. This is very, very wonderful to be up here with the commissioner and the. So I just wanted to thank. I want to thank our partners at Property Management, Eamon, Sam, John, Sinaga, all of them. Excuse me, Tommy McGrath, who has been working tirelessly throughout, Paul and Andrew Shaba, Greg and Dana, I see you out there. So thank you all so much, and Chief Irish, thank you, and the whole team, and all our partners at Budget. Nothing happens without our strong partnership with the Office of Budget Management. So I just really want to thank everyone, and thank you, Commissioner.
I'm sorry. Please, that's okay. Thank you all very much. My name is Evan George, and I'm the program manager for this grant. On behalf of the Office on Disability, just wanted to say a big thank you for both the mayor and her administration for prioritizing not just the needs of people with disabilities, but for making City Hall and the city of Boston a more welcoming place. This program has only been around for a few years, and because of its success and because of the needs, the State House has continued to increase our funding, and I am very confident that once the budget is passed, we will carry this program well into the future. I just wanted to briefly speak to how this fits into the overall spirit of this building. As I'm sure you all know, the aesthetics of this building is very hotly contested. I believe it sits on a list of the most beautiful in America, as well as the ugliest in the world. And of course, our own mayor is a champion of this building. As to the aesthetics, I recently learned that its purpose and function is to be a more welcoming place and to break apart the Boston of the past that was filled with corruption and graft and was closed off to the people. That's why the mayor's office and our legislative chambers are on the external, so that it's the people who can watch them. And this elevator increasing the access of the City Hall is an overall statement to that spirit that this city belongs to everyone. So again, thank you very much to the mayor and her administration, and thank you all for being here today.
I want to thank and recognize City Councilor at Large Aaron Murphy for being here as well. Thank you, Councilor. Okay, so I wasn't going to go into trying to defend my beautiful building here, but since Evan brought it up, one feature architecturally that I think has been really striking. Well, first of all, this building was designed through an open ideas competition that anyone from all around the world was able to submit ideas, and it was one of the first and biggest public projects to happen through a process that was so inclusive and very innovative at that time. And the design that ultimately won out, not only can you see the function of all different spaces by looking at the shapes of the building, but the brick here is really intended to be a continuation of the brick that flows from the outside all the way in through the building. So the areas that are brick are supposed to be the public spaces where the public is meant to go all the way through to the other side and over. And we've been working on how to reactivate some of the entrances that previously had been shut down. And so there's a lot of work that the team is really working through to make this the treasure that it is. But one of my favorite parts of this building is right here. If you look up and see the height and the space, there's not a ceiling in this building that is a false drop ceiling. It's meant to so that you can see with full transparency what is operational in it. And here we see the skylights coming in, and this public space, this building, and some of the most striking features of it really deserve to be accessible by everyone. And I'm so grateful to the commissioner and her team and our partners for making this happen. Okay, now we'll cut the ribbon over here.